Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Lovely for you to join me, and I'm really glad you're here. Please like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps everybody to get more heart-centered, to find this work and to help themselves and raise the consciousness of humanity and the earth. So today I wanted to talk about the really important point of getting into our heart center, but through the method of fun and humour. So I just had a most ridiculous week and day last week that just really reminded me that actually one of the really easy, simple ways we can get more centered in our hearts is when we are able to see the absurdity of life, the absurdity of how 1 minute we can be, this really serious, sublime meditation, and then the next minute, later on in the day, we're, getting in a rage because we can't find a matching pair of socks, or, and it's something ridiculous like that, something really human. And what I love is that, our spiritual path, our spiritual journey are coming back to this center point of ourselves, the deepest aspect of ourselves, communing with our higher self, allowing that to come through more and more into our lives. So it's having a greater impact on our day-to-day lives and our human lives. That doesn't detract from the fact that we are still beings living a human existence, a human life, and in this kind of dense, really dense, chaotic planet. And although we don't always have to experience inner chaos, we are living in the same world, the same earth, the same planet as lots of other people. So we don't have control over what other people are doing, and how sometimes we can just see the absurdity of our own reactions to things as well. And I just think bringing humour and lightness to a situation, obviously there are times when things are really, they're really disturbing or upsetting, and we need to respond appropriately to other people. Having empathy, it doesn't mean we're not empathic. Actually, I think the greater we come into our hearts, the more appropriately we respond to things, and that's coming from a place of wisdom. So when we have our head, our wisdom online at the same time as our heart, we have a great compassion as well, and a wisdom that work in tandem, side by side. So, but then sometimes there's a beauty in how absurd things are sometimes, so if we can just laugh at ourselves, like, blessed are those who can laugh at themselves, and just not taking ourselves too seriously. I'll tell you a story. When I was younger, I had a massive out-of-body experience through something, and I was up somewhere very high looking down on myself, my body, and simultaneously I could see these two different realities. And one of the things, surrounded by these, beings of light, one of the things that they were communicating to me was that they were very happy that I could see, and I was saying this, that I can't believe we're taking life so seriously. I couldn't believe that I had been taking life so seriously as well, which is all very well when you're in a different, greater perspective and you're looking down on things from that perspective. When you're in it, it's another matter, but it is helpful. And I found that this week particularly is helpful to just remember, actually, can I find the lightness? Can I remember actually that, we're eternal beings, like, we're untouched by all of this, and, nothing really bad is going to happen to our eternal selves because we're eternal. But what the human goes through, we can have compassion for that. Of course, we can have empathy for ourselves, for others, but also, can we just be in touch with, when it's appropriate, the lightness, the absurdity, the ridiculousness, the fun, the joy, and that is going to help us to get really centered. It's just going to naturally open up. We don't have to force ourselves, therefore, to be centered in our hearts, that actually you're just naturally going to reside there when we can have a lightness to our lives. So I hope that helps, and let me know in the comments if that has applied to you recently, where you've actually been able to, you know, even when sometimes things have gone wrong, like I don't know, the car's broken down or something, we can still find a lightness to that. We don't have to automatically suffer in those situations, as annoying as they are. They're not in alignment with our preferences. So there's pain in the moment, but can there be a lightness as well? Can we move through that situation with grace, with wisdom, with clarity, and get everything done that we need to do, minus the suffering? Is that possible? Thanks for joining, everyone. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.